Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me tonight. I'm so excited to just put the headphones on, get lost, and jam out to some amazing music that you guys have suggested. Now, when I saw that this was one of the suggestions for today, I was immediately flooded with so many emotions and feelings because when you guys gifted this song to me a couple years ago, you have no idea how much it changed my life and how much it helped me. And I thought that if this song meant so much to me, perhaps there is somebody else out there who needs to hear it and it could resonate with them and perhaps it could change their life as well. So let's go ahead and check out Till Tuesday. The song title is Voices Carry. And if you want to help me out before we do get started, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification bell. And if you want the early access to the music, the link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's kick back and let's relax to Till Tuesday.
I'm so happy the band's doing well. By the way, what's with the hair? Is that part of the new image?
In the dark, I like to read his mind, but I'm frightened of the things I might find. Oh, there must be something he's thinking of to tear him away. When I tell him that I'm falling in love, what does he say? Hush, hush, keep it down, down. This is scary. Hush, hush, keep it down, down. This is scary. I try so hard not to get upset, because I know all the trouble I'll get. Oh, he tells me tears are something to hide and something to fear. And I try so hard to keep it inside so no one can hear. Hush, hush, keep it down, down. This is scary. Hush, hush, keep it down, down. This is scary. Hush, hush, keep it down, down. This is scary.
What happened? Practice run late? You know, this little hobby of yours has gone too far. Why can't you for once do something for me?
Like what?
He wants me, but only part of the time.
This song, even though it's like for me has like the quintessential 80s sound to it, and it's if you just want to get lost in the music, you can totally do that without like focusing on what the song is about. But I think that Amy Mann, I think that is the name of her, the lead singer of this band. I think she has like such a vulnerable voice, and even though she has like a sound that really works with the 80s vibe, I think that her vulnerable way of expressing the music really helps get the point across of this song, and it still has like a nice little bop to it. But there are so many lyrics in this that I think like if you've experienced or lived through something like this, that can hold on to you pretty tightly. And even if it's just the acting right here, or that moment when she says like he only wants me like part of the time, you know, like there's this feeling of like a new pair of shoes, right? And it's like when the person wants to wear the new pair of shoes and bring it out in public so everybody can look at the shoes, but then when you're at home you're put in this box. And so there's this feeling sometimes of like being this like pair of shoes, and that's the way that I feel like she is kind of describing that feeling in this song. And then well, I think that so many of us who have experienced this type of relationship need to understand is that our silence only protects the abuser. And then that just gives them the freedom to continue to traumatize more people in their path. So when it's the hush hush voices carry, like, stay quiet, like, don't show anybody your tears, like, put on this front and be this way so nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes. And that's why I say this song changed my life, because when I first heard it, I realized that this isn't like a solo experience, that like this isn't something that you should feel alone in, and that there are other people out there who are experiencing it, and there are people out there who didn't stay silent and then used that voice and were vocal about it and perhaps made it out of the situation. And I think that sometimes people need to hear that, because now where I think about where I'm at in my life, a year ago I was still afraid of the sound of certain footsteps. I was shaking when I was cutting the vegetables for dinner. I was afraid to go to sleep because I didn't know what I was going to wake up to. That's no way that a person should live. And honestly, I've taken a lot of backlash, because the internet can be a really cruel place, but I think I've taken a lot of backlash for escaping that situation. And I think it's so much easier to blame a woman for losing baby weight rather than it is to think about what perhaps was really happening behind the scenes. And it's been tough for myself, and I think it's been tough for my children as well, because videos and comments have been made on the internet about their mother, and it completely invalidates their experience and what they survived and what trauma they had to live through, because people would rather make quick judgments rather than think deeper about what perhaps was happening. So I've tried to handle these things with grace, and I think that has been a blessing and a curse, because when you're silent, like I have been, it gives people the room to make assumptions. So I think that when you experience things like this, that you should use your voice and you should be vocal and you should tell your story, and you shouldn't have to take so much when you are just trying to heal and raise your children and be a good mother and provide a safe and stable household. But when I hear songs like this now again, and I'm out of that, I'm so thankful that you guys suggested it to me, because without this and without that moment and without books like It Ends With Us, I don't think that I would be sitting here happy and healthy and alive today. Let's get back to it. Yes!
From footwear to optics, sportsman's wear.
I think that the end of that song and the end of that video is probably like one of the most beautiful things that I've seen, because as she's saying it, like almost like disassociating, just like staring straight, which I think if you know this experience, you know what it feels like to like disassociate. But the way that she's just sitting there, and she's just like sitting there staring and saying hush hush voices carry so quietly, And then it's like every time she says it, she gets a little bit louder and she gets a little bit bolder and she gets like a little bit more strength with every verse that she gives. And then eventually she's standing up at the end and she's just like shouting it from the rooftop. It's like that's her regaining her strength. That's her knowing her power. That's her taking pride in herself and knowing what she's worth. And she's saying like enough is enough. And I think that that is a feeling that when I first watched it, I feel like it gave me strength. But now that I'm watching it here again, it's like, you know what it feels like to finally, with each time, just feel like you're getting louder and louder and you're gaining more control and more of yourself. Because the thing is that we are strong and we have a voice and our voice matters. Our story matters and we matter and we deserve to speak. We deserve to be, we deserve to tell that, and we deserve to have the freedom to just live a peaceful and healthy life. So if you or anyone you know is battling something like this, if it's somebody that you know or love, just be there for them. I have a fantastic group of friends and the best mother in the world. It's hard to talk about my mom. I have the best mother in the world, and I'm just saying, if you are somebody who's surrounding somebody like that, just be there for them. And if you are that person, to speak up and to not live in it, get out. And if you have to, get that protective order, because that has honestly provided so much peace for myself and my children. So I thank you guys for being here. I thank you for myself years ago. And if I could go back and hug her while she's watching this, I would say, like, that's you at the end, standing up, using your voice and regaining your strength and not being controlled, and becoming a person and a human again, and not just floating through and surviving and trying to make it. So I want to thank you guys so much for more than you'll ever know. But today I'm thankful that you're here with me and that you're watching this. And if you are struggling with it, I hope that this resonated with you, and I hope that there is a promising future ahead for you. Before we go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell. And it's Saturday, so there's more music. Make sure you go check out and hang out some more stuff. I'm sure it'll be like more upbeat and fun. So I'll see you guys in some more music videos. Bye, y'all.